Hey, what's up guys? Peter here. It's like 2 in the morning and having trouble sleeping. I just had my wisdom teeth taken out the other day. So if I sound a little weird, that's why. Anyways, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm having trouble sleeping, so I figure I'll go down in the basement and make a video about how I'm storing the Lambo for the winter. On the last video, I basically told you how I was putting the car away for the winter, because we're about to see some snow here, and someone had asked me to make a video about how I was storing the Lambo for the winter, so I figure I might as well do that video now. So as you can see, the car is covered in a car cover. Obviously nothing fancy there. I honestly just went to Walmart and got the cheapest car cover they made. Now the reason why I got the cheapest car cover is because I noticed that the more expensive the cover is, the more thicker it is. And honestly, I don't like putting those real thick covers on my vehicles because, I just think they're too abrasive and I don't want to scratch the car. So the really cheap ones actually work better. It's really this thin material, and it works great for what I need it for, which is keeping dust off the car in the garage during the winter months. So that's the cover. And I'll peel it back here in a minute to show you what else I've done to the car to get it prepared for the winter. But what it's sitting on right now they're called wheel cribs, and they're by a company called Race Ramps. I'll go up front because there's more light up here. Basically what these are, these are actually the ramps, and they're made of foam. These things are really light. They're like maybe a pound or 2 a piece, yet they can hold up to 1,500 pounds a piece. So these ramps actually have a second piece that connects into here, and obviously the ramp would continue down there. But these ramps are 2-piece, so you can take the part of the ramp off and you can use the rest of it as a stand, like I'm doing right now. And then the back are just called wheel cribs. And I just put the car up on these because it just allows me to work on the car during the winter without needing to, lay on the floor or anything like that. So let me go ahead and pop the trunk or the frunk and show you what I've done to the battery to make sure it stays charged all winter. Okay, so I peeled the cover back a little bit there, and you can see the battery in the Gallardo is right in here inside the front of the car, and it's behind this little access hole here. There's actually a panel that covers this. I just popped it off, and there's the battery in there. And basically what I do is I connect a battery tender to the battery and just leave it hooked up all winter long. So obviously there's an outlet right over here, and I use this battery tender junior, and you just leave that plugged in all winter, and it just keeps the battery charged all winter so it doesn't die and you need to buy a new battery in the spring. The car will start right up in the spring, no problem. So that's what I do to preserve the battery. So what about fuel? Well, obviously it's not good to have, let's go over here. Obviously it's not good to have, old fuel sitting in your tank all winter. So what I do is I put some of this fuel stabilizer in the car, and that just keeps the fuel in the car, so it doesn't gum up and stuff like that. And so in the spring, the car will start right up. Other than that, that's pretty much all I do. Put the car on the stands, cover it up, plug the battery tender in, and put some fuel stabilizer in the tank. Let it run for about 5 to 10 minutes to work its way into the fuel system, and that's pretty much it. You can see here on the Gallardo has a feature where you can fold in the mirrors. That just kind of helps out with keeping the cover on the car and stuff like that. So yeah, what else I'm going to do is probably after the holidays and I get some free time, I'm going to take the cover off and probably wax this thing and just give it a full-on detail, so it's not sitting under that cover all dusty all winter. I can basically roll it out in the spring and be ready to go. I'm also going to do some mods to the car this winter. I'm going to put some black wheels on the car. I think I'm going to go with OZ Ultra Ligero wheels. and I'm going to black out the tail lights, which you can't see, and I'm going to black out the corner lights there. And what else am I going to do? I'm going to put a Superleggera wing on the back. So those are my plans. They may change, but yeah, that's how I store my Lambo for the winter. If you're interested in what else I have in my garage, I'll quickly show you. This is my 2004 Kawasaki ZX-10. I'll make a separate video about this someday, but basically, don't mind all the stupid stickers on it. I actually just bought this last week. I had the same bike, a 2004 ZX-10R, and I sold it 2 years ago. And if you look back on some of my older videos, you'll see that I had one of these bikes. I sold it about 2 years ago, and ever since then I've really missed it. And it took me a while, but I actually found the same bike with low miles, and I picked it up from an older guy. It was covered in stickers, those are going to come off. But other than that, it's a good bike. Really, really fast, a lot faster than the R1 I had. And I can't wait to do some mods to this as well, make it look like my old bike. This is my girlfriend's bike that I bought her. This is a Kawasaki Ninja 250, and this is just like the baby version of mine. So I can pull this up here. I'm not going to pull the cover way off, but, so that's her bike. She likes that a lot. She's getting used to it, and she's probably going to upgrade to a 600 next year, but we have a lot of fun riding. If you can meet a girl who likes motorcycles and likes riding them and likes cars, make sure you hang on to her, because they are very, very rare. My girlfriend, luckily, likes the same stuff that I do, so I was more than happy to help her get a motorcycle so we could ride together. I'll talk more about that if you want, but that's my Lambo. That's how I store it. Those are our motorcycles. This is my lawnmower. You probably don't want to see that, but that's my Cobra. You've seen that in my other videos, so I won't talk too much about that, but that's my Pro Charge Cobra. And then over here we have our off-road toys. This is my TRX 450R. Got a full exhaust on it. ITP hole shot tires. Jetted. Thing rips. That's my girlfriend's YFZ 450. Thing also rips. So we ride these together in the summer in the trails. And this is my 99 Honda CR 500 two-stroke dirt bike that I basically rebuilt from the ground up in my kitchen 2 years ago. There's actually, I think there's some old videos of that. Tore it down to the frame, redid the motor, powder coated the frame. Everything you see on the bike is pretty much brand new. So if you were to go back in time and buy a brand new CR 500 from the dealer, that's about as close as you're going to get right there. This thing is insane in the trails. I actually bought the four-wheeler so I could actually, you know, take a little break from the violence of the CR 500 in the trails. But I'm actually missing the dirt bike now, so thinking about getting rid of this and just ripping on this thing again. So kind of a different video, but again, some people were asking about how I was winterizing the Lambo. And while we're right next to the motorcycles, I figured I'd show you those as well. So hope you've enjoyed this video, and the next one hopefully will be a video of me picking out wheels for the Lambo. I'll see you in the next video.